What is going on YouTube? Head back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be looking at Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as XRP to USD. We're also going to be looking at the current coin market cap. As you guys remember, the past couple of days on this channel, we have been discussing the major sideways volume and sideways trading that we've been seeing, which is inevitably going to be leading to a big jump in the market, in the price, in volume. Big correction of some sort, whether we explode to the upside, whether we correct to the downside. That's what we've been tracking over the past numerous days. As you guys can clearly see, that resistance has finally been broken pretty much. You can see an extreme jerk of volume. Now, nothing, in comparison to what we've seen in the past, but it is still a massive increase and surplus of volume heading into the market, and it is correcting in a positive light, which is, pretty awesome. I was more so anticipating a correction to the downside, but I would like to discuss what my plans are for the current moment right now, and then what to do moving forward. But as you guys can clearly see, it has broken the extremely strong resistance that we have here, and then there's a chance now that we could be heading up even higher in the market, with Ethereum breaking through there, XRP breaking through there, some of the other cryptos doing the same. Now, all in all, if you guys aren't new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up if you are new. Also, definitely make sure to follow me on Twitter at CryptoVOfficial. That goes for new subscribers and current subscribers. Otherwise, let's jump into today's episode. So guys, a quick recap. As you guys can see on the market, a general overview, you can see top 10 cryptos, everything's up surprisingly 4 to 10%. Pretty crazy ultimately. We have coins, Bitcoin up 4, Ethereum 4, XRP 3.5, Bitcoin Cash 7, Litecoin is up 4. So on average, the main cryptos that we look at are up about 4 to 4.5% all in all. So we are starting to see the increase in volume come back in, and we are starting to see the market swing back to the upside, which is honestly a nice thing all in all. So when specifically focusing on these cryptocurrencies, I do want to focus in on Bitcoin, the other cryptos, Ethereum, XRP, Litecoin. I want to look at Bitcoin to start with. As we know, we do trade Bitcoin on DueDEX, and you can see what is exactly happening. We are breaking through the current resistance and heading up higher now, currently trading at 91.20. We are starting to see some pretty nice movements and recoveries starting to take place. Yesterday's video specifically, we were discussing the, big move is coming. You can see XRP, Ripple, and Bitcoin are about to do something it hasn't done in a very long time. And you can see that is exactly what we were referencing, trading in between the high-low MMA. We said in yesterday's video that if we break above resistance, we are going to shoot up with big volume, as you can see right here. If we break below the support, we were going to fall to the downside, and we clearly had the bulls and the bears fighting each other. So that is exactly what we are seeing right now. We had the sideways consolidation for about 7 days, tons of uncertainty and inconsistency within the market, trading for a very long time. We had a strong resistance up at 8,900. We had a very strong support up at 8,500, and we discussed if we were to break this resistance of 8,900 and close today's candle above this resistance, there is a very good chance we'll be turning long and heading up higher. And on the contrary, if we broke below the the support of $86 to $8,500, around that region, 8,550, there is a very good chance we'd be breaking bearish, shorting the market, and falling back down to 8,000. So now we have to look at things in another perspective. We actually broke bullish. We are starting to head back up. Where does that lead us with the market? For those of you that have me on Patreon, I have been putting out an extensive posts in regards to my trades and my positions that I'm currently entering or exiting right now. If you guys do want to check those out, there is a link in the description down below. We are about to break 40 patrons on the channel. So huge shout out to everybody who is supporting me and subscribing. There is a ton of great information out there, and there's a ton of great information on that specific platform that I'm using. So if you guys have interest, if you're a beginner, a novice, or a professional, definitely make sure to check this website out. And it does share my trades. It allows you to copy or follow through with exactly what I'm doing. And it also, has those live updating trades that I am not doing on YouTube. As you guys know, these things are a little bit delayed because I do have to edit and export and upload these videos. As for Patreon, it's a very quick process and a very quick post, and almost instant from the time that I I do make those trades happen. Now, in regards to the movement upwards, we're not actually seeing this within Litecoin. So I don't want to call it a false alarm, but you can see Litecoin, yes, we did slightly break above here at 63, but we currently corrected all the way back down there. So that's why when I see this small correction in Bitcoin breaking the current resistance at 89.50, I am not fully certain yet as to whether or not we're going to correct back down. When you look at the other cryptocurrencies, you can see we need to see all the candles close above the current resistance. It looks like we want to break bullish, but the fact is we're still seeing a lot of bears correcting the market or suppressing the market back down to lower levels. You can see we once again have not been able to close above here. Today we are battling that right now, but we need to see that market recovery, and we would have to see today's candle close above here in order for us to continue to be buying long. So when you look at Bitcoin only, you would assume that we're going to continue to head up. But when you look at the other cryptocurrencies like Litecoin, and we'll look at Ethereum and XRP in a second, you get a different opinion on the market. So when you see this correction to the downside and you see this suppression here, there's a good chance Bitcoin might just have a little more FOMO, and we may not be out of the woods just yet, and we may still be expecting to see a little bit more resistance. We may have to actually move this correction or switching long to a little bit of a higher position on Bitcoin in order for us to be fully 100% certain that we are bullish. Same thing goes with Ethereum and XRP2. I just want to draw the resistance right now. You can see, bam, right there. Yes, we were getting sandwiched in between this resistance right here. We did break bullish, but you can see there's a clear one that we're currently battling at the top here too, at the $230 resistance. There's a clear one right here that we are having quite a bit of trouble breaking through. Now, I do believe if we can break through this price, there's a very good chance we'll be shooting back up to 250 to 255 fairly quickly, because you can see we pretty much fill the gap in between this level at a very rapid speed, and there's not much resistance intertwined in that, so it shouldn't be that difficult for us to break through here and shoot up higher if we can close above this level. Now, in regards to XRP, the same thing applies right now. It's a very difficult market in regards to the fact that there is a lot of consolidation. Yes, we did see a small brink or a small switch to the upside. We did bounce off that support right here, but it looks like we're merely just trending sideways for the most part. There is still a cap to resistance right there. Once again, that can be drawn in. And you can see besides Bitcoin, a lot of the other cryptocurrencies look like they are still battling their resistance. XRP, yes, did break ever so slightly above it, but it immediately corrected back down below. The same thing applied to Ethereum. The same thing happened to Litecoin. The only coin that's actually holding its wick higher or has less of a wick is Bitcoin. Bitcoin is slightly above there. When you look at Ethereum, it has a bigger wick. Ethereum has a bigger wick. XRP has a bigger wick. Litecoin has a bigger wick. So ultimately, I don't think we're out of the brush yet. This could have been a false alarm if you just paid attention to Bitcoin. I know a lot of people were like, wow, Bitcoin's breaking out. But when you look at the other cryptocurrencies that are actually being suppressed right now, we may actually be foreshadowing Bitcoin suppression too. And we may still be in this consolidation. But ultimately, when we do decide to blow and we do decide to burst, it's going to be at a very rapid and progressive speed. You can see right here, this consolidation does not happen very often. This low volatility, this sideways trading can become fairly predictable in regards to tracking the precise breakout. It usually tends to be a very big volume movement, but it's whether or not we break bullish or bearish is the biggest factor. Obviously, like I said, if we break these resistances, we should be shooting up higher, but there is still room for us to consolidate lower. So honestly, I think I'm going to just extend my positions a little bit bigger. I may extend the gap to maybe 63 in regards to switching long on Litecoin, and still keeping it maybe down to 55 in regards to a bearish movement, or honestly maybe even just 57 as a bearish short. Same thing goes with Bitcoin. We may actually have to break higher up. We may have to actually break areas of resistances closer to 93.50 or closer to 9,500. You can see this is still a resistance zone right here, and maybe if we actually switch long and break through resistances capped at this area right here, it gives us enough room to be on a conservative side, more affirmative that this is a switch to a bullish market, because we can clearly have a quick pump fake and sell off our positions. It would lock in our limit orders and we would actually be losing money off this. But if we set it up just high enough, maybe closer to $9,500, that may be the position to switch long. And I'm sharing all that information on my Patreon if you want to check it out. Specifically, when we look at the trends in the trades in between DueDEX's chart, this is where it gets interesting. As we know, DueDEX is what we use to short the market and buy long, as well as leverage trade. But you can see we actually broke above it and back inside the descending fractal that's forming. That's what's quite interesting, is when you look at the other cryptocurrencies and when you look at Bitcoin on Coinbase and you compare to Bitcoin on DueDEX, we actually broke inside of here. We went from 8750 to 9100. This is actually a fairly big run. It's fairly profitable. And if you bought in at 8,900, where I was mentioning yesterday, you could be profiting quite a bit right now. I'd probably recommend taking profits and then re-evaluating your positions, because there is still a good chance we could now be falling lower. Yes, there is that opportunity. We could head back up, retest resistance there. I don't know why that is that color, but retest resistance here. Let me make this font a little bit bigger, but we could easily consolidate back down and battle off here. That is still a huge possibility. We'll see if that actually is accurate on here. I mean, more so, we do have the downtrend. I can just cap this right here. We have a downtrend right there. We have another sort of area right here. It's a little bit harder to see compared to the DueDEX one, but you can see we did somewhat break inside of the fractal, but you can see now there could be room for consolidation. We could head up higher, retesting top resistance right here, or we could be consolidating back down. So it's kind of tough right now, but if we can break through 95 and get above this descending fractal, there's a good chance we would be, more long than bearish. Otherwise, guys, that's going to wrap up today's episode. Like I said, if you're new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.